Hello, and we're back with episode number 4 of What Remains of Edith Finch. In the last episode, we learned that Sam was a dick. Gregory was just a baby when he died by drowning in a bathtub, and it was Sam's fault, I think. So he's even more of a dick. But yeah, so we're going to be carrying on. I don't know whose story we're going to find now. Don't know whose story we're going to get to now, but we've just got through Gregory.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry and
Gus, yeah, so I was right. The next we're going to be starting with
A poem for
Gus.
Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Oh,
I tried to talk him out of
wee!
it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
What now? Yes, I've read all of this text. What do I do now? To look somewhere else? Am I supposed to go over here? Wait, I feel like this is going to be words. Yeah.
when the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Nice. I like Gus.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
So now I've got to find the next lot of words. There they are.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Hey, I wish that what? Said I wish that? Oh, okay. Let's destroy it. Bye-bye!
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
There's supposed to be a capital after that. If you're going to end it with a full stop, put it on with
She
a...
never talked about him, but Mom told
Capital
me once
letter
if
the
I
next
was a
time.
boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Just, you know, FYI. I feel like we've missed Odin and Edie. Unless we are going to do that in a bit, I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of following the trail that he's given me. So, where do we go now? Can we go out the door? No. Through here? Yep.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Just FYI, this is the fastest I can go.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Wait, I missed this over here.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Alright.
Lewis was born a year later.
Okay, can't go down there. Can't go there either. Something up in the sky. Oh,
When
here.
my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Oh.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Okay, so it's got 1992 to... It's undisclosed, like, when he died. Because he just went missing. So we don't actually know when he died. Oh. Okay, so... Whose room is this? Milton, I think. Yeah, Milton. Born in 1992. Here we go.
Finch in
Another
A
one.
Melted Paintbrush.
Cool. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so I know I said I was going to, in the last episode, I was going to do
four when
two.
Milton disappeared.
I was going to do two, but these happened really, really quickly, so I'll do a little bit further on this episode. Because they just happened back to back, so. How many people have we got left? We have Lewis, Sanjay, Kay, Dawn, Odin, Ingeborg, Sven, and Edie. So we haven't got that many people left. Is that going to be the end of the game once we're done? I kind of hope so. And I want to stress enough, like, I know I don't like this game.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
But I know I don't like this game, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it's hard to explain because I don't want to give anybody any, you know, crap or anything, because the people who
Whatever
worked on
Milton
this
found in
game
the house,
clearly, you
Mom
know,
didn't
they
want
did a
to get
really
it
good
out.
job. Really, really good job. Like I said, the art and the music is incredible. It's not my kind of game by far. This is not something that I would play. This is not something that if I knew what it was, I would buy it.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
but
Everyone
this
always
is
told
just
me
not
to stay
something
out
that
of
I'd
Lewis's
play.
room. Except Lewis.
I didn't. Okay, so there's a door on the other side. I'm assuming that's how we get in, or maybe through a window or something. But yeah, through the window. But yeah, what I was saying is I don't want to offend anyone.
Lewis's room smelled very,
I mean, I don't really
very
mind,
familiar.
but
That
it's
part of him lived on.
it's just not my.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh, like in real life.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery.
Oh, right, we have to. The controllers are super weird.
But he withdrew part of himself.
Okay.
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Began to what?
wander.
Oh. I did not know that that was a person. Oh, this is cool.
I asked him to describe it.
Just
He
cutting
said
up
he started small,
fish's heads when I do this.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats.
He's Batman!
Toads. And things that have not names.
Where's the dragon?
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously.
Okay.
I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Try to concentrate on the
Daydreaming at
fishes
the
as well,
cannery.
and I keep getting sidetracked.
I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Bye, friend!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, God.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Ah, throw the fish.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her.
Let's go with electric
Silver harp.
silver harp. I like the harp. It's nice. I keep forgetting to throw the fish away.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Am I going to cut my hand off
He
or
knew the
something? Is
world
that-
was all in his
Oh
imagination.
my God.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
The game just glitched out a little bit there. Come here,
For
fish.
someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
hell? Oh, look at that. It's a Nintendo Switch, kind of. It's like a cheap Chinese version.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Ugh.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hello. What am I supposed to do? Hey, buddy. Okay, am I supposed to be doing something? Well, most likely, yeah. But can I go up here?
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy.
The palace
God.
would be packed with his companions.
They're creepy. Look at that. They've no faces. That's weird. And I'm on like a conveyor belt. It's like I'm a human sushi. Oh my God.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
I have to admit, this has been a very interesting mission, if you can call it a mission. This has been a very interesting story. It's been done really well. I have to admit, I did actually enjoy this. Move your spear!
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Make a baby! I'm assuming that's what you have to do. Depends how...
Bend down his head.
Oh. He's gonna get his head chopped off. This is weird. Oh, well, but this is what happened in real life? He'd actually put his head on the...
And the rest I think you know.
I was-
Mrs. Finch, your son, was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
So he put his head under the thing where I thought he was going to get his hand chopped off, but actually he put his head off. Wow.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Well, I think that's enough now. That's enough Edith Finch today. So I will be ending this episode here, and we'll be back to, I'm assuming, Sanjay will be our next one. Maybe Sanjay and Dawn. I have no idea. I don't know if I've gone over them, if I should have gone to Sven and Edie. I don't know if I've missed them, like, by accident. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!